Hello, sis. How's Leicester?
Exhausting.
And how's the baby?
Exhausting. That's a nice geranium.
Pelargonium.
What?
Pelargonium, that's its proper name.
Oh, if you say so.
Oh dear. So, any idea when you'll be able to get back home again?
None.
And how are you coping?
I'm not really.
Still on the sofa bed then?
Oh, they're desperate for a bigger place, one of their own. But let's not go on about that. How was the holiday?
Oh, the usual. Sunshine, sea air.
The beach hut's still going strong?
Oh, yes. Since Charlie installed the solar panels, we've got evening light and we can charge our iPads.
Oh, it sounds idyllic.
Yeah. Yes, but to be honest, Sue, without children or grandchildren there, it is a bit boring.
Don't let Charlie hear you say that.
I know. It's his pride and joy.
Well, at least you've got a holiday.
Mm.
Sid is going crazy. We haven't been out of the country for 6 months.
Oh, poor you.
It is poor me. I'm trapped in Leicester and he's like a cage bear in Dorking.
Mm.
We both need to escape.
Mm.
Caroline, is the beach hut free at the moment?
You? The beach hut?
The beach hut?
Yeah, Sue inherited half a share of a beach hut. She inherited it with Caroline.
Yes, I heard.
She never wanted to go near the place. It brought back memories of boring holidays and bad food.
So why is she talking about it now?
Staycation. We can't go abroad and she's desperate to go away.
But isn't she still helping with the baby in Leicester?
A one-bedroom flat with 3 adults and a baby. Suddenly even a beach hut seems attractive.
And expensive. I saw in the paper one sold for £300,000.
I don't think we're in that league. The thing is, I have a bit of a history with that beach hut.
I just can't believe you want a holiday in the beach hut.
Not exactly in the beach hut, but just with the use of, cocktails as the sun goes down and that sort of thing.
Yes, but I'm not sure Mrs. Beeman will have a room available at this short notice.
Oh, we're not staying at Mrs. Beeman's.
Oh.
We'll find a comfortable hotel nearby with the beach hut for the summer days and winter nights and whatever we've got left by the time I escape.
Well, I'm with you there. I tell her every year, Mrs. Beeman, I say, I don't want the full English breakfast. Just toast and marmalade will do. And then she looks so hurt until Charlie orders a full Monty.
Mandy, have you got that? Right, now where were we?
The beach hut. I still can't believe it. You made such a fuss about going on holiday there. Well, how old were you? 11, 12?
Oh, God, it was so boring. I mean, you had gone all teenage and I was left behind with Mum and Dad treating me like a little kid.
Well, hormones, you know.
You used to sneak out at night and swear me to secrecy. You were meeting someone, weren't you?
She'd pinch the key to their beach hut and we'd go there when it was raining or too cold under the pier.
Oh, tell me more.
There's nothing to tell. Well, not much anyway.
You mean you didn't?
We certainly didn't have it off. There was some kissing and fumbling, but within strict topographical limits. Not that he didn't try, but you know him.
Why would I know him?
Oh, come on, Sue, you married him.
What?
You didn't? No, you're not telling me that, are you?
No, I didn't know.
I just assumed he'd have told you by now.
Well, he didn't.
Well, look, we were 15. At that age, any boy whose voice is broken is worth a try. And oh, those summer nights, strolling along the beach in the moonlight. I thought I'd discovered love, but I hadn't.
You used to pinch the key to the beach hut.
Well, English summers, it rained. And then when you brought him home from university, I just thought I'd die of embarrassment. But we just pretended we didn't know each other, and it went on from there.
Oh, I feel like a fool now. You should have said something.
Well, what was I going to say? That this rather dishy bloke who was all over you was the spotty kid who was my first kiss and cuddle?
Now listen, Stella, you've got to think of yourself in this. As the owner of a very desirable B&B, there are major opportunities here.
Oh, I don't think I can cope with major opportunities.
But you've got to think about your future. I mean, what state is your pension fund in?
Pension fund?
Well, exactly. Holiday habits have changed. Lots of people won't risk going abroad again for a very long time. And add to that, the joys of an English seaside have been rediscovered.
Did you get that from the Evening Star? You sound like an advert.
It's what's happening, Stella, and we should take advantage. Aim for a higher level of clientele.
Oh, what does that mean? Offer continental breakfast?
It's a start.
Well, I don't even know how to make croissants.
Oh, come on, Stella. It's just a bit of puff pastry curled up. Anyway, I'll provide the croissants. It'll be a lot cheaper than full English, and you can charge double.
It sounds dishonest.
It's business, Stella. Think pension fund, remember? And while we're at it, en suite.
En suite?
Well, you can't get bookings unless it's en suite.
Well, I am en suite, except for the main front, and that has the bathroom next door.
Knock it through. Make it en suite.
Oh, that'll be such a mess.
The main front is potential. It's your big seller. Views of the coastline and the sea. With en suite, you could triple your prices.
I'm not sure I'm up for that sort of disruption. Anyway, that's the room the Stayfords always book.
Are they the couple with the beach hut?
Yes, they've been coming for years, more than 40 years. I can't just triple their prices.
Ah, but there's another opportunity. Offer to keep their price the same, but you can have the use of their beach hut when they're not there. It'll be a big seller.
Oh, I don't think they'd like that.
Stella, this could be so good for us. Your guest house with continental breakfast and afternoon teas supplied by my patisserie.
When did Brown's bread become a patisserie?
Just now, I've only just thought of it. It's the sort of thing they'd like. Make them feel they're abroad. So listen, Stella, if you don't want to do it, let me talk to the Stayfords. I know it's difficult because they're sort of friends of yours, but I can put the business case.
Caroline says it's free.
Can't believe you're suggesting this. I thought you hated the place.
Give you a chance to relive your adolescent conquest.
What are you talking about?
Well, you and Caroline. She's only just let on.
Let on? There was nothing to let on to. 2 summers and it went nowhere. I got further with you than I did with her, I can tell you that.
I can believe that. Oh, anyway, look, I'm desperate. So it might be East Beach and the beach hut.
Yeah, I'm pretty desperate myself.
Well then.
I've got a better idea. Why don't we sell it?
What?
Ben says we could get £40,000 for it.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
We could give Debbie and John and the baby a step up onto the housing ladder.
Hello.
Hello, is that Mrs. Stayford?
Yes.
It's Caroline, isn't it? I hope you don't mind me calling you Caroline. I feel we've known each other for so long.
Have we?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, it's Janet, you know. Janet Brown, Brown's Bread.
You mean the baker's shop in East Beach?
Yes, that's right. You've been such regulars for so many years.
Hmm. Well, what can I do for you, Janet?
Well, actually, Caroline, I'm ringing on behalf of Stella Beeman. She asked me to contact you.
Mrs. Beeman, is everything all right? She's not ill, is she?
Oh, no, she's fine. It's to do with the development of the guest house.
Development? I didn't think Mrs. Beeman was into development. Nothing much has changed there for years, apart from some ensuite bathrooms being squeezed into some of the rooms.
Well, that is the issue. Ensuite. It all needs to be ensuite these days.
I thought all her rooms were ensuite, apart from the big front one.
Well, that's it, you see. The large front needs to be converted.
I don't see a problem with that. Why are you ringing me about it?
Well, I'm sure you understand that the large front with ensuite is a very desirable room and consequently will command a premium price.
No, I don't understand. Why are you ringing me about this? Does Mrs. Beeman know?
Of course, Stella knows I'm ringing you. It's just that as a long-standing customer, she feels you should be aware of...
Why?
Why what?
Why all this development, as you call it?
Staycations.
Staycations?
Well, you must be aware that for the foreseeable future, many people will be looking for holidays at home rather than abroad. Stella and I feel we should avail ourselves of the business opportunity, you see.
Ah, you mean these developments mean that the price of the room that we've been using for years is going to significantly increase?
Unless
Unless what?
the beach hut.
The beach hut? What's that got to do with it?
Well, if the guests had access to your beach hut when you're not there, it would be a great attraction. Ensuite, patisserie and beach hut. Irresistible, and it would mean no increase in your hire of the room. Caroline, are you still there?
Yes. I'm sorry, it's rather a lot to take in. What's this patisserie?
Oh, I'm planning development as well. Shall I give you time to think? Consult your husband and so on?
I think you'd better.
Oh.
Listen, Sid, as far as I am concerned, you can have the damn beach hut.
Charlie, what's got into you? I thought the beach hut was your life.
Caroline's more like. It's like a treasured family heirloom with me as the resident repair shop.
Listen, Sue, as far as I'm concerned, you can have the beach hut for as long as you like.
But I thought that
But no, it's just not the same now that the grandchildren are beyond it. But it's just Charlie. He's put so much into it. You know, he won the best beach hut competition 4 years in a row. The balustrades with the cutout of the grandchildren playing in the sand was his masterpiece. He spent the whole winter in his shed making those.
The kids never forgave me. They said it made them look stupid and the other kids laughed at them. They didn't say it to me, of course, but I heard them talking.
Well, that must have hurt.
We won the competition so many times they asked me to stop entering. Would I like to join the Beach Hut Owners Committee and be one of the judges?
Now, there's a compliment.
The Beach Hut Owners Committee. Can you imagine it? It's the end of life as we know it.
Caroline, have you spoken to Charlie about this?
About what?
Oh, well, you know what? About how bored you are with the beach hut.
Did I say I was bored?
Actually, you did, yes.
Well, I can tell you, it's actually more than bored. I sat there this summer, looking out over the sea and the sand, and all I could see was what used to be. Us, and then the children and the grandchildren, and now there's nothing. And after all these years of being so happy and settled there, I thought, I want to be somewhere else. I want to see something else.
And Charlie doesn't know?
No, he was off gathering driftwood.
Driftwood?
Well, any sort of wood will do for Charlie. He says wood speaks to him. It has life and history. He strokes it and talks to it. I sometimes think he would talk to me more if I was made of wood.
Oh, Caroline, you are in a bad way. You're going to have to talk to him.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
What about Ben?
Ben?
Charlie's brother, Ben. Remember him? They get on really well, and they've been mates with Sid since before we were married. He can chat to Charlie and test the water, so to speak.
Oh, I don't know.
Ben, I've got your email. What's this about?
I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, the phone not enough?
No, I need to see your reactions.
Sounds ominous.
Are you on your own?
Yes.
Caroline not around?
What is this, Ben?
I've been talking to Sid.
Yes.
About the beach hut.
Yes.
He tells me basically you're fed up with it.
Well, it was a long, hot summer with nothing much to do.
That's what Caroline felt too.
What?
Yeah, Caroline told Sue she's had enough of East Beach and the beach hut and Mrs. Beeman and all that. She wants to go somewhere else.
She never told me that.
She thinks the beach hut is your life.
Well, we've had our good times there, but I've only kept it up for her. I thought that's what she wanted.
Well, not anymore, it seems. You'd better talk to her.
Yes, I suppose I'd better.
Oh, Stella, there you are. I've taken the liberty of contacting contractors about your alterations, you know. I think it's time they started work because we need to be ready for the next season.
Or if there is a next season.
Oh, look at your front terrace, by the way. I think there is unrealised potential there.
Well, Janet, it's good of you, but there is something.
Don't thank me. It's for our mutual benefit. I'm advertising for a patissier.
A patissier?
A cake maker.
Now listen, Janet.
Stella, I know what you're thinking. How will you cope? Well, you won't have to, because I will cope for you. I have already done the deal with the Stayfords. And, you know, a room with a beach hut is going to be a nice little earner.
Janet, stop! Listen. A few weeks ago, an estate agent came round. He said there was a couple from London very interested in buying a large property in each beach.
Why?
Well, apparently it's the thing. People are moving out of London because they want a more peaceful life. Anyway, it happened very quickly, and the long and the short of it is they bought it.
What?
My guest house, they bought it. Well, in the process of. They put down a large deposit. I didn't want to say anything until it was settled.
What about your pension fund?
Oh, with what they're paying, the pension fund will be very happy indeed.
But all our plans, my patisserie.
Oh, I'm sure they'll eat cake.
And the Stayfords and the beach hut.
Well, that's the thing. When they heard about the beach hut scheme, this couple contacted the Stayfords, and the upshot is they bought the hut on the spot for a ridiculous price.
Oh.
Well, there you are again, back on the sofa bed.
Not for much longer, thank goodness.
And how's our little Sophie? Does she recognise you?
Well, she smiles at me, but then she smiles at Peppa Pig as well.
Oh, well, Peppa Pig, Granny. I can see why she might be confused.
Ha ha.
So, all set for the move?
All set. Oh, they're unbelievably excited. 3 bedrooms. They've moved in some of their stuff already. There's so much space, it's completely lost.
The beach hut fund doesn't run too much furniture, I suppose.
You suppose right. I'll be in the spare bedroom on a futon. No, I might miss the sofa bed.
I wish I could be there to help.
I don't think there's room on the futon.
Well, at least there's Zoom. Just leaves you wanting to hold her and hug her.
Oh, it's hard.
Anyway, let's not dwell on it. At least this pandemic delivered a buyer for the beach hut.
Who would have thought it? Enough for a deposit on their new house.
Well, I thought it, if you remember.
So you did.
Hmm.
And did your crystal ball predict what Caroline and Charlie would do with their share?
A narrow boat. I would never have guessed that. A narrow boat.
Caroline said they got it quite cheap because it needs attention.
Charlie thinks it's nothing he can't handle. He'll be in his element.
I mean, even the grandchildren are quite interested. It's like a floating beach hut, really, isn't it?
Well, at least the scenery can change.